3-2 on Friday in pretty dramatic fashion, and then a little more convincing 4-1 on Saturday. Your thoughts on the weekend trip?
I actually thought we played better on Friday than we did on Saturday. Yet we, you know, our 5-on-5 play this weekend was not where we needed to be. I think the special teams kind of saved our bacon on both nights. Friday night we didn't score a 5-on-5 goal, scored a shorty and 2 power play goals, and then Saturday we had to kill 7 penalties. So we couldn't really get our engine going Saturday. It was a 2-1 game, kind of towards back half of the third period. And Andre made a play to make it 3-1 and got the empty netter. I thought both goaltenders played well, which is important. Benny played very well in his first game, but that's the number for us. It's 2 or less, and if we can keep that at 2 or less, we're gonna have a shot to win every night.
So one of the things that stood out to me about Friday's game was that it looked like the inverse of the Bowling Green game, where as opposed to Bowling Green, the Cats were in the lead going into the third period, gave it away, wound up losing the game later. It was the opposite. Cats were trailing at the start of the third, got back in it, took the lead late, took the win. So to have experienced both of those, to be on both sides of a game like that early on in the season, especially the losing end first and then to bounce back and get a win like that the next week, what does that do for your squad, just like confidence-wise and mentally?
No doubt. I mean, I think, they told the players yesterday, said the good news is we're 3-1. The other good news is we aren't playing as well as we can. We have lots of areas we got to clean up. I think we got closer on the defensive side of things this weekend, and it gave us a chance, like you said, to come back and get a couple power play goals. But I think there are areas that, they see some gains now. That's better, but it's not where it needs to be.
So like you said, first game for Benny on Saturday, 27 saves on 28 shots. Your thoughts on the youngster's debut?
Calm and poised, athletic. He's a confident kid. I was really impressed. It's hard. Practice is hard for goaltenders to ever know what you have until you play a game. Even in recruiting, like you can have, guys that got great numbers. You can have guys that come from all plethora of leagues. There's so many variables in that position until they play a game in college hockey. A few games, not a game, a few games. You don't really know. I thought it was a great debut for him, and he earned another chance to play.
So then another long road trip for the guys in South Bend this weekend, Friday and Sunday at Notre Dame. Your thoughts on that matchup?
I think anytime you can play, in a big time rink and on a big time campus, as a player, you're always excited for it. They got a strong team. They're heavy. They defend well. They're very structured. But I think it's, for us, it's a great test, back on the road again. And I think your first road test, anytime you're on the road, it ticks up a little bit. And now you tick up to another quality top 15 opponent, and, in the country right now. So be a great measuring stick for us.
Talk a little bit about the travel circumstances, going to see the football game, a little bit more going on outside. What you guys do on the ice, how does that go into the week any differently? Obviously, you guys have to prepare the same way for each opponent, but I got to imagine a little bit different than down the South End.
Yeah, tough week, short week. Back Sunday night. 3 days of practice here, then you're back on the bus. And now the week's a little extended because of the football game. They can't have a hockey event on the same night as a football event. So we play Friday, Sunday. We are going to the game, on Saturday. So, hopefully, you play well on Friday night, and they get to enjoy some of the pageantry of the pregame of a Notre Dame football game. We're going to stay till halftime, and hopefully we see a good game. But it's a good experience for our players that they probably might not have another chance to go into that stadium, and experience something like that. So that'll be hopefully something they remember. But like I said to the guys, I talked to them yesterday. I said, hey, here's the weather, dress accordingly for the game, but we're not going to talk about that football game anymore. The only focus is Friday night, and let's get through Friday night and play well and prepare for Friday. Enjoy Saturday when Saturday comes.
So, like you said, Coach, going to play big time campus, big time school. When you do that, I have to imagine that the energy that surrounds the game is a little bit different. What do you have to do to kind of manage that from the guys' perspective and not make the game bigger than it is, but simultaneously give it that proper respect?
Well, I mean, I think college hockey's so hard that there's nobody that you look at and go, that's an easy game. So going into it, you probably prepare the same. I think it's just, it's a different team, it's a different city, it's a different environment. And there's going to be some hoopla with the football game. So, kind of to stay focused on what our task is, that's probably going to be the number one challenge for us.